Man, get up here in the Loft to get your head right.
Hey, what's snapping in? Or should I say what's crapping in? Anyway, welcome to the Loft. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I'd like to examine Meryl Streep's remarks at the Golden Globes. The first observation I want to make is that microphone she's talking to is a dummy mic. Her actual hot mic is clipped on her posterior, so she could talk out of her donkey hole. Meryl Streep wasted people's time promoting a lie. Meryl Streep is another representative of an industry of make-believe. The job of your industry, Meryl, is to make stuff up. You people are paid professionals of producing fiction, which is fine, but the problem is too many of y'all don't know when to clock out. And what's even worse, too many of y'all check out more than you clock out. The people in the Hollywood entertainment industry are the most emotionally damaged group of alcoholics, drug-addicted, prescription-pumping, pompous posers out there. For too many of y'all, your very livelihood of escaping reality is too much reflected in your personal lives and personal views. And you're gonna assume to try to lecture us about reality? Somebody needs a reality check themselves, Demo. You're gonna try to give us the real deal about Trump's supposed remarks attacking a disabled person? Your remarks are slanderous, Meryl. Maybe if you would study the facts as well as you study your fictional scripts, you might have something better to say before you go on camera. Crikey! A dingo stole Meryl Streep's grip on reality, Demo! Whoa, he's a sneaky fella! Maybe you ought to spend a little time in the editing bay, Meryl. You know, so you can see how the smoke and mirrors of editing are done to match two different events that don't have anything to do with each other look like they're pertinent to each other. But I digress, because sometimes all of a sudden you liberals know all about editing, like when you tried to accuse Breitbart of it. And Breitbart would even make the whole video available for you. And you could play the whole video, which would prove to be more damning than the shortened video. Y'all try to use that same editing excuse on James O'Keefe. Y'all try to say that the videos captured by David Delaney on Planned Parenthood discussing their baby poaching was edited. You liberals even took legal action against him for showing the truth. But Meryl Streep gets rewarded and applauded for promoting what was edited to be a lie? Maybe they really did think that Donald Trump was mocking a disabled person because he was mocking Ted Cruz to imply and gesture that Ted Cruz was speaking nonsense. And no, dang it, I'm not taking a swipe at Ted Cruz. I'm pointing out that these liberals think that Ted Cruz is an idiot. But admittedly, my theory falls flat because why would they want to take up for Ted Cruz? Oh wait, because he's Cuban. You know, like y'all's hero, Castro. Just not evil like Castro. Not that you liberals know the difference. But in considering the disabled, you Democrats want to act like you're such a champion for the poor, defenseless disabled people, and nobody cares about the little guy who can't stand up for themselves like the Democrats do, as you demand the so-called right to cut up a defenseless preborn kid in the womb and snatch out his body parts, you hypocrites. Then Meryl Streep wants to make the assertion that the martial arts, or mixed martial arts, isn't really the arts. The term martial arts comes from the so-called Grecian god of war, Ares, or whom the Romans call Mars. Mars being the root in the word martial. So when you're talking about the martial arts, you're talking about the art of war. And it's this very art that protects your pathetically used right to say the stupid stuff you say. The security details that protect you celebrities, the police, the military, have some study of the martial arts to protect you ingrates. So when it comes to the protection of your well-being, you might want to pay a little bit more respect to the martial arts, you condescending snob. I noticed that the martial arts is artsy enough when you celebrities want to do fancy fight scenes in their movies to make themselves look cool, as they pretend like they can fight while you insult those who actually study the art. Meryl Streep had the nerve to invoke Princess Leia in her little speech. Are you a Star Wars fan, Meryl? You mean that movie that incorporates the martial art of sword fighting? Oh, and people shooting at each other? Didn't Princess Leia get her shoot on in that movie too? Pew pew. But I get it. You probably don't find the sport of pugilism to be artful. I understand. Because I think it's pretty disgusting and distasteful what you entertainers often do with your art. The art of the guilt trip, the art of race baiting, the art of the exploitation of women, the art of gender confusion, the art of unequal work, unequal pay. Union workers and non-union workers can do the same job, but they're segregated and not paid the same, you hypocrites. The art of promoting sex all the freaking time, and then you wonder why people are stimulated to sexually abuse or sexually assault someone. Unless it's one of your liberal darlings sexually abusing a minor, then it's not really sexual abuse. Yeah, your industry is full of real artists. And for the record, we conservatives appreciate Americans from different places and different races. Color is what you liberals are hung up on. We actually believe in that thing of judging character, not color. And the only character y'all have a shallow understanding of is playing characters, not actual character. But I guess again, you forgot to clock out of your industry of make-believe and can't process the truth. But the biggest racist out there are you, as you constantly want to fuel your industry with the drama of the hatred of pitting people against each other based on race and making slanderous race-baiting claims and talking about deportation? Considering the curious legal status of the nannies and the housekeepers and the landscapers that you elitist liberals are the worst offenders of having and taking advantage of, that's what you elitist Democrats are bitterly worried about. We know how angry you Democrats get when Republicans take your servants away from you. But anyway, unfortunately, too many conservatives still say that nobody cares what these celebrities like Meryl Streep thinks. Y'all, she has lots of fans, and they do care what she thinks. They do have lots of influence. Please stop underestimating that. It's part of what got us into the mess we're in now. And actually, y'all, I'd like to briefly touch on this. The job of an actor or a musician is really very challenging, and that's if you can even get the gig. Being an entertainer may look like a cushy job, y'all, but there is a lot of work that goes into the preparation and the execution of a production. And again, that's if you can get past the cutthroat competition and the rejection to even get there. It takes a lot of work to make a character believable, just so somebody else can try to make themselves look cool by saying your work sucks. Like yours, though. Shut up, Demo. But it's a job that comes with difficulties just like any other job, and it's a difficult job. The problem is that they let the job go to their heads, and they end up being seduced by the popularity. And to keep the adoration of their fans, they take advantage of the attention that they give them and just say what's popular instead of saying what's right. Y'all, the entertainment profession, by its nature, is an influential profession. The job of an entertainer is to get and keep your attention. This includes having influence. So it's very naive to say that nobody cares what these people think. How do you think they got the way that they are? Because they were inspired and influenced by the poisonous ideals of other liberal entertainers before them, or have been browbeaten by other liberal colleagues in the industry. So please, stop fooling yourself into thinking that nobody cares what these people think. Underestimating your opponent is not a wise strategy. Thanks again for hanging out with me in the Loft, y'all. Be sure to share with your friends, family, or even people who get on your nerves. Because remember, y'all, when you share and support my work, a little bit of leftism dies. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. You suck. Shut up, Demo. Crikey! A dingo stole Meryl Streep's grip on reality, Demo.